Wrestling POV content cannot be suitable to audiences. Your discretion is advised.
This is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV Podcast.
Holy shnikes. Man.
Wow.
You know, woo, this is quite a week for two individuals.
Has been.
I don't even know where to begin. I only read about it on Tuesday because I didn't get to watch it on Monday night. I usually record it, so I heard about what happened, and at first I thought it had to be like some sort of an angle or work.
You know, that's what I thought too.
Me too.
And I kind of find it funny that all of a sudden they changed it because, number one, they never, if you guys don't know, we're talking about the whole Naomi and Sasha Banks walkout. On Raw, they were advertised as a six-pack challenge, and the winner of that was going to face Bianca at Hell in a Cell, right? Hell in a Cell?
Yep.
Okay. So, something happened. I'm not going to go into details quite yet. I'm just trying to give you guys the beginning of what happened from what I saw too and heard. And they changed it to Asuka versus Becky. And whoever wins faces Bianca at Hell in a Cell. So after that, you heard Corey Graves say that was unprofessional and this and that and da-da-da. And when Corey Graves was saying that, I was kind of like, why? I get that Corey is a heel, but those are baby faces. And he's saying that about them. So right away I thought, well, something's fugazi here. I don't know what's going on. Obviously we'll find out. Oh, I'll find out later. And then it just blew up the damn internet. Blew it up.
Yeah, and even like Corey breaking character there, that must have been like his real opinion about what happened.
Well,
that could have been.
I will say this. Corey Graves said he did not know that they walked out. They told him in his headphone. So he said that he goes, I thought it was a work. So,
I read that Vince was in his ear, and so the word unprofessional, like, that was Vince in his headset.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So he went on, and of course, he didn't go further to comment on what was going on with Naomi and Sasha. So what I have here is the whole scenario, and then we're going to go on and yell and gripe, and you guys know where I'm going to go with this, but I'm going to read the whole scenario, apparently, of what happened. So, in the beginning, it's like a Star Wars movie. Holy shit. In the beginning. All right, no. So, this is what happened. Naomi was set to win the planned six-pack challenge to determine Bianca Belair's challenger at next month's Hell in a Cell show. So, Naomi was supposed to win this. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
There are different reports on whether she was set to pin Sasha to finish the match. Also, she would have beaten Nikki Ash. So, from what I'm gathering from that statement, is that she was going to pin Sasha. So maybe the angle later on was to have them two start having some tension and da-da-da. You know how this goes. That typical storyline.
Sure. Yep,
They said it was apparent that she was going to end up pinning Nikki Ash. So there was also more reports suggest that Sasha Banks would have been set up as SmackDown's Women's Champion Ronda Rousey's Hell in a Cell challenger. So Ronda would have faced Sasha at Hell in a Cell. So both tag teams separate to face each champion. Okay, and that both of the tag teams would be put over the single title holders at the pay-per-view. So they both would have lost. That was apparently this was the whole plan. Banks and Naomi objected to some of the elements of that plan, wanting instead to set up an angle where they would face Nikki Ash and Doudrop for the tag belts at Hell in a Cell. They're believed to have raised those issues in a meeting with Vince McMahon. And at one point during the day yesterday, the plan was they may have been start to that program by Nikki and by having Nikki and Doudrop attack Sasha and Naomi after they had a short tag match. Sometime before Raw, a producer, a lot of people are saying it was Molly Holly, informed Sasha and Naomi they were going with the original six-pack challenge plan. The champs went to John Laurinaitis, told him they were leaving, and they left their title on the desk, on his desk. The pair's frustration apparently isn't new. Insiders' sources told me that Sasha and Naomi feel they made the most of being put in a team together for WrestleMania and aren't happy. Their reward for doing so is to have to wrestle each other and go off to put over other talents, leaving them in the same situation they were in before being teamed up. Their concerns they had were about the direction of the tag team and the division as a whole. It seems to have become a standoff between the talents and McMahon. What's not clear is whether Vince indicated he changed last night's plans in his meeting with them or reneged on promises made over the past several weeks or months. Corey Graves' comments about the walking out being unprofessional were fed to him by Vince, who was in, the gorilla. Obviously, he's always in there. So regarding WWE's statement that Banks and Naomi said that they weren't comfortable wrestling two of their opponents in that six-pack challenge, who was Doudrop and Nikki Ash. Okay? Also indicates that WWE spin on their wanting to work a program with Nikki and Doudrop rather than be a part of the planned match with Asuka and Becky. WWE's statement was said to the roster via internal talent relations app. People spoke to said they have heard Sasha or Naomi talk about anyone being unsafe. So insiders speculate the portion of WWE's statement apologizing for changing the main event was suggested by legal as possible grounds for saying Banks and Naomi breached their contract. So I know there's a lot. But I know this is like the tip of the iceberg also. So obviously, as this story goes on, we'll have more on it. So with all that being said, everybody should be caught up on what's going on right now. Before I go off on a little rant, what do you guys thought? I need a freaking breath.
Yeah, when I heard that, Sasha and Naomi walking out, I thought at first it was a storyline just to go, with them as the tag team champions, whatever, build another story there. But when I found out it was real, I thought it was very unprofessional for both of them. Honestly, It's just like any other job. You walk out, you're immediately fired. That is your job. No matter what you say, you're not head of the talent. You're not head of the top of the food chain. I'm sorry, but if they tell you to do a job, you do the job. It's just that simple. And, and Sasha, as much as I like her as a wrestler, I've quoted saying that she is my favorite. She is an awesome talent. This isn't the first time of her bitching backstage. It isn't. Because of the fact she's a 6-time women's champion. She's been in a tag team championship match with Bayley.
She's a 6-time women's champion?
Yeah.
Holy
throughout her career.
Wow.
And you're still bitching about the direction of your going to.
Yeah.
Naomi, do I feel like she's given a bad hand at times? Sort of. Yeah, she is talented. She is also a 2-time women's champion. That's right. Mm-hmm. She has been there. Yeah. And the fact that they walk out like that, it's arrogance to me. It really is. And it's just unprofessional. Where I'm at, what else do you want? What else more? Because I feel like WWE respects them still. Maybe not as much now, but during that, you still have the straps. Mm-hmm. You're relevant there. So what are you going to bitch about?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Elio, what do you think?
Did you watch the Broken Skulls with Sasha?
I did.
No, I didn't.
There was one part where she said that she's on Vince's level.
Sasha said that she's on Vince's level?
Too.
Yeah, she said that like she no longer eats vegetables; she eats steak. She's on Vince's level.
Oh, jeez.
See, that's where I'm at right there.
But like Clay said, that was unprofessional. Okay, so we have my brother's an electrician. He has people work for him. If someone decides that they're working and then they just walk off, they're gonna get fired right there.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like it's for anyone. If I walk out of, if I'm at the library and I walk out on my student, I get fired too.
Yeah.
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 So, and it's not the first time she's done this either. I think 35 where she was sent home. So,
yeah. But listen to this shit. And I'm getting so sick and tired of this. I've always have, but it's like people were bringing race into this. They were bringing the Toni Storm incident because she's white and they're black, and they're like, "Oh, you guys weren't acting like this when Toni Storm walked off." Yes, we were.
Yes, we were.
Yes, we were. The guy wasn't talking about us. The guy wasn't talking about, this is what I've been reading out there. But, I didn't see nobody when Toni Storm walked out. I did not see one comment about them sticking up for Toni Storm. Not one. Don't use fucking race into this. Stop.
Got nothing to do with it.
Professional. It is. And I said it to Toni Storm. I'm shocked she's in fucking AEW. So for me, it's like Tony Khan is just like, oh, I'll take her. Yeah, sure. And then what's going to happen when you start booking her too many times? She's going to walk out on your ass too. So, I mean, come on, man. Don't fucking bring race into this shit. Jesus, man. But
nope.
I got a couple things from, remember Cameron, her old partner? Cameron?
The Funkadactyls, yep.
Funkadactyls, yeah. Now, she tweeted this. She goes, "My girl Naomi, she wouldn't do this, and I feel like she wouldn't do this unless she had someone manipulating and telling her how to do this." She said
Sasha.
And apparently Bailey tweeted too, and she was like telling Sasha, "Follow your heart, kid."
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, that right there, okay,
yeah.
I understand freedom of speech, and I even saw FTR tweet about it. Be like, oh, well, follow your heart, do your blah, blah, blah. There's a difference of making
or some shit like
standing
that.
up. Yeah. Right. There's a difference for standing up for what you believe in and walking out.
Exactly.
Those are two different things.
Two
way different things.
Yep.
So,
but the bottom line is you're getting paid to do a job. Yep. You don't have a union there. Wrestlers do not have a union. They're independent contractors, meaning they sign a contract to work for a certain company. And I'm sorry, they're paying you. WWE is paying you a boatload of fucking money. I know Sasha is she has to be making, if she's not making $1 million, I'd be shocked. Naomi, we know she's making in the six figures. Tell me what other fucking job that you can get outside of WWE making six figures. Doing independence? Okay, good luck with that. Good luck with that. And I hope them well.
And that's the other thing you need to think about, too. You know how many women would kill to be in the spot where they're at?
Exactly.
You don't think about that?
Like they don't.
And I love how immediately everyone started saying, "Oh, the Joker on tomorrow night's AEW, Sasha Banks is going to show up." Like,
bullshit.
No.
She's still under contract, even though.
I swear, every time.
And even Sasha's husband tweeted something about it afterwards.
Yep.
About
really?
Yeah, I think it was right before SmackDown. and it was either before SmackDown or during NXT. I think, I'm not sure. He tweeted, "Oh, the shitstorm's really getting out of hand now," or some shit like that. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yo, I read that.
He's another.
It
like,
is involving your wife, but it is involving your wife, but you're not part of it, brother.
No, shut the fuck up.
You're not.
Nobody even knows who you are.
No,
I don't even know his fucking name. I don't care to.
I don't either.
Neither do I.
Obviously, Jimmy Uso is supportive of his wife, but that's on paper, I believe. I think behind the scenes, I think Jimmy had a nice talk with her, like, "What the fuck are you doing? You got
because that kind of That kind of makes a bad rep on his name too, because he's in the same business as Naomi."
And I was even reading how backstage Sasha has all this heat and isn't well liked at the moment. Whereas Naomi is well liked.
Yeah.
So
a lot of that's another thing too. A lot of people are saying that the talent in the back are pissed off, and I don't blame them.
You know who should be more pissed?
Who
is Nikki and Doudrop?
Yes. Whether it's true or not, they still should be pissed off because their names are dragged into that.
See that one part that you read makes no sense. They said they were uncomfortable working with two of the women in that six pack.
Yeah.
Which is Naomi, Doudrop and Nikki Ash, but they had the match against them the week before.
Yeah, and I think that was probably
with no problem.
That's probably them thinking that was the only time they were going to face them.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they brought up the 6-pack challenge, and then obviously Doudrop and Nikki are in that match,
Yeah, and then you read that other part where it was their idea to have a tag team match at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
That makes no sense either.
It makes no sense either. Yeah. But either way, to have their name brought out as people that you don't want to face, it's like, if I were Doudrop, I'd beat the shit out of Sasha. Fuck her.
Yeah.
But you guys remember Damian Sandow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he tweeted this, and he made the most sense. And actually, it's something that we've said. It's something we've said, too, for the longest. But this is what he said. He tweeted this. He goes, "If you refuse to work because you are not happy with the result, number one, it's theater. Darth Vader had to job to Luke Skywalker because the boss wanted it to happen. Number two, don't be a mark."
Hey, there you go.
And
see, if anybody knows about getting pissed off of his role, it's him.
Exactly.
Damien Mizdow. Like,
yes.
He did his job.
And he made it work.
He made it work. He made it work. And that's the thing with wrestling. If you're given a task, you know, like I got my cousin, he's going to be moving in with me so I can start training him into wrestling too. And one of the lessons is, you know, sometimes you go to, like if a promotion decides to bring you on board and they know you're green, they ain't going to give you a big spot on the show. So you can't be pissed off. You got to have to, whatever that guy wants, that you have to do it. He's paying you at the end of the night. Whether it's hot dog and a handshake, it doesn't matter. You still want your name out there. You still want to be out there. You still want to be exposed. You still want people to see who you are.
Yep.
And it doesn't matter what they're paying you. If he asks you, "Hey, I need you to be a ref on this one," guess what? You're not wrestling. You're going to be a ref. Happens. Hey, well, I'm having a battle royal at the end. Why don't you be in it? But you got to be the first one out. You got to do it. You got to do it.
Yeah.
Or and all these scenarios I'm throwing out, I've experienced. So another, you're in the battle royal. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Show me what you got. After that 5 minutes, you're gonna hear from one of the guys that you got to go. It's time for you to go. Got to do it. If you're there a minute longer, promoters looking at it as disrespect. Now, these girls, they got the gold on them. What? I don't understand. Why would you And you know what? I honestly, guys, I think it's more Sasha than Naomi. When Cameron,
I think so too.
Because obviously, who would know Naomi more than any one of us combined? Would be her.
Cameron, yeah.
And Clay, you said it earlier. Sasha has this reputation. A lot of girls will be like, oh, hi, you know. But Naomi's like, oh, hey, girl, you know, big hugs and shit like that. There's two completely different people.
Yeah.
And
like I said, like I'm a huge Sasha fan, but if that's the truth, I'm going to call her out on the truth.
Yeah.
I'm not as big as a fan no more after all this bullshit, but
it's just crazy. Why would she? It's like, stop already. You know?
Yeah. Now what are you going to do with the titles now?
Old name. Huh?
What are you going to do with the titles now?
Well, they announced it on SmackDown. They're going to have a tournament.
Yeah. I can't believe they said that on SmackDown too. Even brought it up. I'm like,
they brought it up. Michael Cole straight up said Naomi and Sasha went into the office, dropped their titles, and walked out.
Damn.
Cole said that live on TV. And he goes, he said next week, right? They're going to start that tournament?
Next week, they're going to start the tournament.
He goes, next week, we're going to have a tournament for the Women's Tag Team Championship. I was like, damn.
I was so shocked that they even mentioned that on SmackDown. Yeah. I was, and right before the unification match.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Then there's Jimmy. And I'm like, oh, hey.
Exactly. Sorry, Jimmy. I was just talking about your wife.
Basically.
The whole situation.
Probably why they unified the titles anyway. Hey there.
It could be. It could be.
Yeah.
But think of it this way too, and it's like I said, if it's true, I mean, if Naomi was being a follower instead of a leader, that's bad. And it's like I said, Jimmy might have said one thing on paper or on social media, but I know for a fact it was something different behind the scenes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying he yelled at her. I'm not saying any of that. But I am saying that he probably told her, what the fuck were you thinking? What is wrong with you? He gave you that chance. You took it, won the gold, and you're doing this?
But even like thinking about like what you said, you're in a main event spot at Hell in a Cell with Bianca and Ronda. Yeah. Now, you're putting them over. Okay, understandable. You would want to win. I understand that. But you are in a main event spot.
Yeah, regardless.
So, and you're going to make that payday.
Yeah.
You're going to be known as, hey, I went against the champion.
Yeah.
That's good too.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Fine.
But the thing of it is, like I said, with Jimmy, wait, who's the one that had the issues with DUI? Was it Jimmy or Jay?
Jimmy. Yep.
He would know, wouldn't he? He would know.
He would.
How many chances has he gotten from WWE? WWE could have fired him a long fucking time ago. And they didn't.
Yes.
And look what happened. They gave him both fucking titles. Both fucking titles. I'm sorry to say, I don't know the Usos like that. I met them when they were little boys. But tell me that, you know, he's not ungrateful to be there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
He don't do shit like that. He knows better. His dad will whip his ass. He will come out with his fucking ass, which I'm pretty sure he did when he got that first DUI and the second.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only that, speaking of Rikishi, I'm pretty damn sure Rikishi called up Naomi and be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Now, I heard Sasha's contract's coming up. It's expiring soon. So, my thing is, WWE can really screw her over. Really screw her over.
See, it's like that. If you're unhappy, don't walk out. Sit out and let your contract expire.
Exactly.
Whatever. You know?
Learn from Moxley.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Moxley, he was not happy there, and we all knew that. We can see that.
Mm-hmm.
When he had that stupid fucking gimmick with the mask, he would come out and unk or whatever that shit was. That was like top, that was topping it off. But he did it professionally. He waited till his contract was up, and then he left. Same thing with Adam Cole.
His job.
Same thing with Adam Cole.
Adam Cole.
Same thing with Kyle O'Reilly. Those guys, they waited till their contract was up, and then they left. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, Sasha's a bigger name. I don't want to hear that shit. And Sasha's one to talk. If it is true about them saying, or her saying, because I'm pretty sure it came from her and not Naomi, that she didn't want to work with those two. There's got to be a reason for it. If she says they're dangerous, she's a fucking hypocrite. Because look what she did to Paige.
Yeah.
Sorry. You want me to bring that up? I bring it up.
Damn. But you're fucking right.
Seriously.
It's,
look what she did to Paige.
I'm glad you said that, too. Woo!
Huh?
I said, I'm glad you said that, because I completely forgot about that. And then when you said it, I'm like, okay, yep. Well, you're 100% right.
True. You can't come out and say, I don't like wrestling them. What if Paige came back?
I've seen many matches with Doudrop in UK. I haven't seen anything dangerous stuff from her.
Same with Nikki Ash.
Same with Nikki.
I did not see them both. I mean, no. I mean, what is she afraid of? I think it's more Doudrop than Nikki. I think with Doudrop, because I'm not letting anything out the bag, but Doudrop's a big girl.
Yes, she is.
That splash she does.
Hey, you think Eddie liked to take from Brock? You think Eddie liked to take, since Sasha's a big Eddie Guerrero fan, just as like I am, he was smaller. He went against the biggest guys in WWE. You never heard him, bitch.
Nope.
No.
And he won the title. Undisputed title.
Yep.
So I honestly, and I'm not trying to pick sides, but I think it's more Sasha than Naomi. I really do.
I believe that.
But it's like I said, you have no place to say you don't want to wrestle with somebody. Just try to make it work. Some people, and I'll admit it, because I've been there where I didn't want to wrestle somebody, but I still went in there, but I still called the shots and be like, hey, we're not doing this and this and this. Just, no, not happening. Because I was the veteran in the match. But it's called paying your dues when you first getting in.
Yep.
That's Sasha paid her dues. I say, yeah, she's a 6-time world champion. Wow. But you can't also not be greedy,
But most of those championships were only a week or two apart. So
and that's true.
I'm saying.
And that's true.
Yeah.
And she's also been hurt a lot, too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of faults of Sasha that she has no room to talk about anybody else. So that's where I'm getting at with it. All right, final thoughts on this. I mean, obviously on SmackDown, they said that they stripped them of the titles and they're going to do the tournament next week. So, I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on, what do you think is going to happen? Not with the titles, but with Sasha and Naomi.
I think, honestly, I feel like Naomi's going to be the one, because she's got, I'm sure, like we've said, she's got Jimmy in her ear. She's got her father-in-law, Rikishi, in the ear. Yep. And I feel like with Naomi's first time, she'll do her suspension, do her thing, and go back. Sasha, I feel like, is going to fight it. Somehow, some way, she's going to be the fighter with WWE, let her contract expire. Next thing we know, here she is in AEW.
Yeah. But
so
I'm sorry.
That's where I see happening.
But sometimes the grass ain't greener on the other side. And
that's true.
AEW's women's division is not good.
Nope.
Look at Ruby Soho. Big example. Haven't seen her in months. Then she finally come back, and then she's losing, and then it's like, it's bad. That women's division. And she won't be able to save it. She won't. Because she's too egotistical. She is.
Yep.
She's gonna be looking out for herself. That's it. That's it.
Then she's gonna end up fighting Tony Khan in AEW.
Exactly. And then what's gonna happen? She's gonna walk out of that one too. But it's like I said, all you guys, everybody listening, Put yourself in a business point of view. If you own a business and someone walks out, a wrestling business, we'll just go with that. You have a wrestling promotion and you're on the local TV and your main guy or main girl walks out on you. You're going to bring them back just because they didn't like the creative? It's not your place.
Right.
You get paid. You are.
Yep.
I can imagine she's got to be over close to $1 million or even over $1 million.
For sure.
Naomi's got to be like around 800,000, I say 700,000, maybe close to $1 million too. Who the fuck knows? Anybody in this God's green earth would love to have a living like that. Are you kidding me?
For sure.
Are you kidding me? And
to do something you love?
Yeah.
I would dream of that.
What people don't understand, and yes, I get it. There's more to it than just wrestling, but their main job is to wrestle. And they wrestle for what? 10 minutes? So you're getting paid 600. Let's just say Naomi's getting paid 600 grand, 700 grand. We'll even go with that. She's getting paid 700 grand a year, okay, to wrestle for 10 minutes once a week, twice a week, once a month. Come on, man. While other people are working 40 hours just to make ends meet. And she's getting paid that. And Sasha, too. Fuck out of here. Because there's times when they don't be on TV. They'll cut a promo. And yes, I know there's the road and da-da-da, but they take it easy on themselves on the road. And even still, they're traveling. They don't have kids. They don't have kids, so can't throw that out there. Rhonda has a kid. Becky has a kid. Lacey Evans has 2 kids. I know some other people, well, the other Usos got kids, and they're still doing the job because they're doing it to support their family.
That's right.
Then they're traveling. Okay, fine, but they're traveling what 4 days out of the week, and they got 3 days off. So either way, if you want to look at it differently, okay, you're still getting paid $600,000 to work 4 days a week. I'll take
you're
that.
Doing pretty good.
You are doing good. I'll take that any day, any fucking day. But
if I want to be on a funny moment here, I just got to thinking, Michael Cole. Apparently, it wasn't boss time for Sasha, was it? How he says,
yeah, at least
it's
I
boss
ain't hearing that
time,
shit
man.
for a while. Jesus. All right, that's a big opening. What was you gonna say?
I had to end it with that. No, I was going to end it with that.
Perfect. That's perfect. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's get right into the Facebook post. So we put up on our Facebook, is Roman Reigns ready for Hollywood? I say no. He signed a new contract, and his new contract is it's not, and I think I mentioned this last week, but his contract is not like Brock Lesnar's. He will be wrestling a lot more than Brock Lesnar. But he's going to do a little less house shows. So he will still be on TV just like normal, but don't count on him being on house shows. And there's times that he said he wants some time off here and there and this and that. I mean, Jesus, think about it. The guy's been working like a horse for 800 and something days. That's how long he's been champion. Always on TV, always on Raw, always on SmackDown now. It's like, damn. So
it's a lot.
A lot. So the guy that's, in my opinion, the face of the company, running the company, is you got to give him what he wants. So that's my opinion. I don't think he's ready for Hollywood, though. I think he still needs to do wrestling a little bit more. How old is he anyway? You know? I don't know.
Probably mid-30s. If I had to guess, mid-30s.
Okay.
I would think.
I would say late
36, around 35, 36.
35, 36.
Okay. So I was right.
You know, even if he does it until he's 40, then go into showbiz, okay, maybe. We don't know how long this run's going to be, you know? But that's my... What do you guys think? Is he ready for Hollywood?
To me, I feel like there's a part of me that wants to say yes and a part of me that wants to say no. I feel like Roman needs a little bit more time in wrestling to make a bigger name for himself, like the box office. Like, people know who The Rock is. People who know who John Cena is. Now people know who Dave Bautista is. I feel like the outside crowd of WWE doesn't really know who Roman Reigns is right now.
Right.
So if he tries to come in as this box office blah blah blah, I don't think they're going to take him very seriously as a actor per se.
Right.
But he's got, like I said last week, he's got the look to be like this superhero Marvel character. I feel like, or he could play a villain. Like, look what he's doing in the Bloodline.
Yeah.
So, in a way, his acting, I think, can work, but I think he needs more to do in wrestling or try to promote being a more bigger star than what he already is.
Yeah. Elliot, what do you think? Is he ready for Hollywood?
No, I think he needs more time in wrestling because he could like make appearances like on like a show or like in a movie or whatever, but he's not Rock level ready.
Well, just to be fair though, when The Rock started testing the waters in Hollywood, he didn't have a lot of big roles in the beginning either. It was very small.
No, I remember I think the first one he had was the Scorpion King in the Mummy Returns.
Yes.
Yeah. And he did good in that.
He did
was
pretty
a good
good.
movie.
He did pretty good in that, but very small role. He wasn't like the main guy.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he'd be like The Rock if he were to do it now. Like he just needs more time, and then later on, go out there and test the waters.
Yeah, he could do that. He can do that. Josh Sanders, he said, no, he don't have the same star power, charisma, and X Factor type personality for Hollywood. Not saying he can't do movies, but he ain't no Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Plus, I want Bloodline in WWE. Everybody loves the Bloodline. Clayton Stevens, he says, I don't know, but I don't know how. Wait, what he says? I don't know how he's going to be as an actor, but I have no doubt that he's going to give it a shot. Okay.
Yeah.
We're not going to go too much into it. Jose Alicia, he posted a gif of the Anchorman. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, he posted him laughing. You son of a bitch. So, all right, that was funny. It was funny. So, all right, we're not going to take too much time into it. Like I said, again, to close it out, I don't think he's ready for Hollywood. He just needs to stay where he is right now. He's still making millions of dollars in WWE. Why?
Yeah.
He could be making more in Hollywood, though, to be honest. But he's not on Rock's level. Rock
Not
is
yet.
making billions of dollars where he owns a freaking football team. There you go.
Yeah.
With that being said, it is time for the wrestling news from around the world. Take it away, Clay.
All right, let's get into that wrestling news from around the world. Woo! Our favorite, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, is coming out of retirement for one match in an independent show in July. He's 73 years old and is working with Jay Lethal.
Yeah.
And guys, I saw the video. Rick, stay retired.
They said he wanted. They said he was going to wrestle Ricky Steamboat. Ricky Steamboat said no. He refused.
Yeah, Ricky Steamboat said, "Nah, I'm good."
Good.
Yeah. God.
Good choice. Say no.
Yeah.
And Rock and Roll Express is supposed to be in this match too.
No one wants to see Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Man. The guy's got a pacemaker.
And
in his
FTR.
heart. How are you going to get into the ring?
And yeah, I don't know, man. This crazy. I don't get it. And my other bit of news: Stephanie McMahon is apparently taking time off of WWE to be with her family.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I don't think
honestly,
it's anything serious though. But
No.
I did hear that Nick Khan is taking over her duties while she's gone.
I heard that too. That's all I had when I heard that. So, and that's all that I have for the news. Tony, let's go into the rumors.
All right, people in WWE believe Malcolm Bevins will sign with AEW when his non-compete expires, and that there are people in power at AEW who wants Tony Khan to sign Candice LeRae. So, do we care?
I mean, no. Neither one of them. To me, honestly, I don't care where them two sign at all. If you want me to be completely honest.
She can take her angel wings and go
fly away somewhere else.
Stay home and Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, I know, right?
Enjoy.
When do you guys think they're coming back, and where? AEW or WWE?
Well, I thought they were gonna come back this week on AEW.
Well, the two,
right?
Yeah,
right. And how
Ciampa
tweeted with a couple jokers at some amusement park.
Yep.
I think he did that on purpose.
Oh. I think he did too. Well, and honestly, I'll say it before we go to Dynamite. Freaking, when it said Johnny Elite, I was thinking Johnny Gargano.
That's
I'm
what
like,
everybody
okay.
thought.
Yeah, and out comes John Morrison. Which I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But I was thinking it was Johnny Gargano.
Here it is. Actually, what I was mentioning about Roman Reigns' new contract, I was told that this is not a Lesnar deal. He's still full-time. He's just not going to do smaller house shows, and he may take time off every now and then. So there you go. There's this contract deal.
Okay,
they're all.
Sense.
It does, yeah.
I was seeing all these videos and people saying, "Oh, Roman Reigns is retiring from wrestling." No, he's not.
No.
He's making so much money now. He's gonna try to make as much money as he can. As much money as he can.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. There has been pitches made in WWE to overhaul the presentation of Madcap Moss. This includes removing his comedy elements as well as giving him his new ring gear and entrance music. So I think that's why they did that angle where they broke his neck or whatever injured his neck. And hopefully he'll take some time off, probably a week or two, and then come back and without the suspenders, because he's a big dude. That Cat Moss.
Yes, he is.
And I think he'll look better just with normal gear and not that, stupid shit that he was doing. Hardland. He was planned to be the fourth member of Judgment Day before he was fired. And he was pitched by Edge himself. Edge wanted
Really?
Yes. He wanted Hardland in Judgment, but he got fired.
Well, that's saying something right there, because if people kept saying that he, wasn't a great wrestler, wasn't blah, 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 Edge must have seen something in him, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Really? But
a recent photo I saw of Hardland, he's grown his hair back. So. You think he's going to continue wrestling?
I wouldn't think so. The guy's freaking massive. He's going to get signed somewhere.
And finally, we were just talking about it. Johnny Elite, formerly known as John Morrison or Johnny Mundo or Johnny Wrestling or Johnny or whatever the fuck he's called. He is not signed. What's that?
Johnny Nitro.
And Johnny Nitro. How could I forget that? But he is not signed with AEW, despite being wrestling as the Joker. The door is open, though, for future appearances for Mr. Johnny Elite. So there you go.
Johnny Elite is not officially elite.
Exactly. That should be a gift from us.
It's true.
Not officially elite, people. Keep it in your pants. So that was pretty disgusting. All right, that's all I have for the rumors. Clay, what do you got for injury?
I have no injuries this week.
All right, let's go straight into the hot tag news this week, which is Jungle Boy. Is Jungle Boy ready for a singles run? Before I start reading these comments and get you guys' thoughts, I'm going to go straight up and say I have no idea. He's good as a tag. He's good when somebody else is talking for him because he doesn't know how to do a promo to save his life. But I kind of want to see him in the singles run. But I'm afraid that it's going to hurt him because of his promo work and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm up in the air with it, but I'm leaning towards, go on this solo run because he doesn't need Luchasaurus anymore. He doesn't need Cage anymore. I think that whole thing is just done. Go on your own, bro. So that's my opinion. What do you guys think?
Jungle Boy has got the talent to be incredible in a singles run. I really so heartily believe that. I really do. Because I'm high on this guy. Okay? What you just said, Tony, is exactly right. What's going to kill him is he can't cut a promo.
Yeah.
And given him with Luchasaurus, they're a good tag team. I will say that. But it's time for Jungle Boy to go his own route. He needs to, and we've said it before, to be in a legit pro wrestler, you need to be good on the mic. And that's how all the greats have done it. They've had good mic skills. And being paired with Christian, it's not helping him any. It really isn't to develop. Like, he deserves a chance to be a singles competitor. But how is he going to do that if he doesn't talk? His dad was an actor.
I know, right?
It's in him. Like, there's got to be some way that you have that acting skills as your dad.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
But I say yes. Give him that opportunity. And if he fails, then send him back into a tag.
Yeah.
Give him that chance.
Elio, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's ready to go on his own. This Jurassic Express team is run its course. He did have that one match with MJF at that pay-per-view. I forget which one it was, but that wasn't a bad match. And just like you said, he needs someone to talk for him because he doesn't do promos, which I don't see how you cannot do promos.
Yeah.
Like, your dad was an actor.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm going to say yes. I want to see him on the singles run.
And I don't care what anybody says. And I hate when people says shit like, well, you don't really need to talk if you want to be a wrestler. You just got to wrestle. No.
Actually, you do.
You do.
Promos are part of the job.
Well, it's not only that it's part of the job, but you're marketing yourself. So how are you going to how are you going to convince me that you're going to be able to put butts in the sink just by wrestling? Okay, that's all good, but they want to hear from you. They want to hear what you got to say. They want to hear what do you sound like when you're mad. They want to hear you acknowledge the crowd. That's part of wrestling. I hate when people. God.
It's like what I said with the MJF. A lot of people don't like him, but when he's on the mic, they're listening to every word.
Exactly. And he can wrestle. You know what? Before I go any further, because you brought up MJF, and I'm glad you did, I have a video of MJF, okay, where he was discussing about his contract with AEW. Now, I thought this was very interesting. So before we go, actually, you know what? Let's just finish it, and then I'll play the video, and then we'll go on break. Okay. So Stephen Winter, he said, no, his promo is good, but not great. He hasn't fully figured out how to work a crowd. Maybe a few years, but if they pull the trigger now, he will die out quick. So he kind of like back. Dakota Renfro, he said, I'm ready for it, and I'm honestly ready for Christian to dump them. And somehow being back Tomko? What the hell? What the fuck is that?
Tyson Tomko?
Bring back Tyson Tomko.
No
one wants to see him. No one wants to see Tyson.
That's fucking stupid. Yeah. And try to make a new Christian coalition.
No.
All right. One more. He's Ubered. He just put a bunch of Z's as if he was sleeping. Oh.
Ouch.
That's fucked up. All right. Yeah. Again, if you guys have any suggestions for hot tag news, just drop us a line on our Facebook page, or even post that shit yourself. You can post. People can post on there. Just do it. Or if you're scared, or if you're nervous, you can send us an email, and then we'll do it for you. You can do that. All right. Now, let's go back to MJF. There's a lot of stuff on MJF now. A lot. He's been making it public. He's been making it known. Okay? And I thought I found this video of him talking about it too. So I thought this was interesting. Take a look.
I think there's a lot of stuff going on in this company that is inaccurate. I think that WWE guys that are making an absurd amount of money when, quite frankly, they can't sniff jock when it comes to the ratings I pull in whenever I'm on screen. I think they can all go to hell. And I think that somebody in the upper management has a problem with me, and it's very obvious if you see what I'm dealing with week to week. I would love to wrestle Seth Rollins. I'd love to wrestle The Miz. There's a lot of guys.
They got a newcomer over there. What's his name? Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, this is my best friend, the roller coaster, Cody Rhodes.
The last time you were on the show, you called him, and I quote, the biggest piece of shit on earth.
I don't remember that.
That happened.
Me and Cody, we still talk sometimes to this day. I love that guy. Also, Cody Rhodes is a sweetheart. He texted my parents and he offered them tickets for the Long Island show at SmackDown.
Really?
Yeah. They couldn't go. They were busy, but I mean... It was...
All right. So... the piece that you heard was him in person. I don't know why they beat him out. So... I mean, what do you guys think of that? And it's not him being MJF. This is him just doing an actual interview with a friend of mine.
Right. I think he's got a big ass ego.
Really?
If you want me to
what about the comment? What about in the beginning? He said, there's a lot of former WWE guys there in AEW that's making a boatload of money. He goes, how come I can't make that money? Does he got a point?
He's got a point. He does have a point there. He really does. But I feel like the more he can wrestle. I am saying that. But he does way too much talking than he does actually wrestling. To me, he does way too much of this, flapping his gums, than he does showing in the ring what he can do.
No, you're right, because he was the same way in MLW. He did more talking in backstage segments than he did actual wrestling.
Yeah.
Nah, but is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It depends on who you're talking about or who you're talking to or, that sort of thing.
Right.
But, hey, he does have a point where older guys that are coming from WWE to AEW are getting this boatload and shitload of money, and here he is putting asses in seats because he's probably the biggest heel in AEW right now, easily. Yeah. And he's not making that type of money. So
I don't know.
That's where I'm at.
I think he's got a legit gripe, to be honest. You said it, Clay. He's the biggest heel in AEW right now. So imagine what he can do in WWE. Just imagine.
Oof.
Now, would they give him creative freedom? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure he can negotiate that in his contract. Just like I'm sure Cody Rhodes did. Because why would Cody Rhodes come back if he can't have creative freedom? Seriously.
That's true.
And I think with him, it's going to happen with him too. So there you go. All right, let's take a pause. We need a break. When we come back, though, we have This Week in Wrestling.
This is the hardcore legend Mick Foley, and you are listening to the Wrestling POV Podcast.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. Listen to the Wrestling POV Podcast. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
And we are back. Fans, we have t-shirts available with 7 different designs, $19.99 each, available at ProWrestlingTees.com/WrestlingPOV. Now it's time to get to This Week in Wrestling. Tony, let's get raw.
Alrighty then. So, being that with everything going on with the whole Sasha Banks and Naomi debacle, it was still a good show. It wasn't a bad show. It was actually a better show than the past couple weeks. My high points was Riddle versus one of the Usos. And which Uso was it? Was it Jay? The Dominican one?
Jimmy, right?
I think it was Jimmy. Yeah.
Was it Jimmy?
Yeah,
damn
Jimmy.
good.
Yeah.
That was a damn good match. Those guys, they work. They earn their money, Sasha. I had to say it, man. I had to say it. Another high point I had was Cody's promo. I normally don't give high points to promos, but this one was pretty damn good. You got to give it to him. I think Cody being in WWE totally rejuvenated himself. I'm trying to say, I don't have the right words for it right now, but I liked him better in WWE than I did in AEW. He had good matches. Don't get me wrong. He had good matches in AEW, but I kind of like him better in WWE now. I don't know if maybe it's because he's not the owner, so he doesn't really, but I don't know what kind of contract he has to, as far as his creative goes or where his character goes and this and that. But I think they're kind of doing right by him. And you can't deny that. I mean, even though he's fighting Seth Rollins for the third fucking time, he's keeping it interesting.
Yeah, they said the fourth time on Raw. I'm like, wait a minute, they only had 2 matches. This is the third.
What didn't they?
Yeah.
I thought they fought on Raw, didn't they? Or no, in a tag or some shit like that, right?
Probably the tag, yeah.
So maybe that's what they were referring to. I don't know, but
no. They okay, and it must have been a tag match then, I guess.
Yeah, but either way, I'm counting it as the third time because it's one-on-one. I count a fucking tag match. And another high point I had was Asuka versus Becky. That was a damn good match too. And I also heard this. Check this shit out. Once Becky heard, and this is like before or when all that bullshit happened, they were saying that when they said to have Becky versus Asuka, Becky said to put Asuka over instead of herself. That's a team player.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a team player, Sasha. But she does listen to the show.
Oh, yeah.
Low points.
Out when her baby crying, she didn't do it again.
Yeah, she didn't do it. Low
She's
points.
doing a baby cry another way.
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
With her fired ass husband. He's gonna be. They're gonna read that tweet. You watch. They're gonna be like, "Yo, bro, come here. What the fuck you saying online?" Low points I had was Sonya Deville versus Alexa again. I'm just trying to figure out where they're going with Alexa. I'm glad she's back, but where the fuck are they going with her?
I'm gonna say it was better than last week. Last week's wasn't good.
It was.
Well, it was an actual match.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was short.
Yeah, it was. But I just want to know where they're going with it. And I was just like, I rolled my eyes when they announced this match was happening. I was just like, anyway. And another low point I had was Lacey Evans' promo.
Oh.
Stop.
Goodness.
She's already back. No need to keep running that shit all the fucking time. Hey.
Exactly.
All right, that's all I have. What do you guys have?
Yeah, I had the same as you. Becky versus Asuka was a good main event. Make up for what happened. It was a good match. So I got to give it that. I also give a high point to AJ Styles and Finn Balor versus Los Lotharios. Thought it was a damn good match.
No argument.
Los Lotharios is a very underrated tag team, in my opinion.
They are.
I feel like they need to be pushed more. But they hung with AJ and Finn. Liv joining, okay. Not great, but not bad. So that's okay with me, I guess. Yep. And low points I had was Bobby Lashley for Omos in a steel cage match.
Yeah. And it's funny because I was going to text you guys on Messenger and say, watch, somebody's going to go through the fucking cage. I knew that shit was going to fucking happen.
Yeah, and I understand why they did it that way. It didn't really hurt either guy. But Omos is 7'3", okay, in a steel cage. Now, I don't know how much more he could possibly have done to make it better. It just, those two don't have a very good
The chemistry.
The chemistry's off, right?
Yeah.
With that, it just made me not very interested in that match.
Yeah.
He's not good in the ring. Like he had one tag team match on a live event when NXT was doing live shows.
Yeah,
and then he was paired up with Bronson Reed.
Oh, wow.
Who, Omos?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, you know what? I remember that.
Yeah.
Wow. Jesus.
And then a side note I have also, I know I'm thinking Cody is better in WWE. I understand that. But does he really need a countdown throughout the whole show for Cody Rhodes?
know.
You know what?
What the fuck?
You know what? I'm gonna log out. We're gonna put up the LEO countdown. We're gonna have a clock here, and then I'm gonna log back in and finish up.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
This is why his ego's in the book.
Exactly.
Bingo. I'm like, Cody, dude, like, the countdown for Cody Rhodes. It wasn't even like, he's coming up with a promo with a countdown for Cody Rhodes. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, that's just me, and that's all I had.
All right, Elliot, what do you got?
Basically, I've got the same. I've got Asuka, Becky Lynch, Riddle, Jimmy Uso, AJ Styles, and Finn Balor, and Los Lotarios. For my high points, low points, I have, as much as I said it was better than last week, I have the Alexa Bliss Ring Development match for a low point. And also the Veer Mahan Mustafa Ali.
You didn't like that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what are they going with Veer?
I don't
At
know.
least though, Veer went against a guy who's actually in WWE instead of a no name. Yeah.
I'm sure, like, we just need to see more, like, where they're gonna go with him after this.
I don't know.
I can see that.
But like Clay said, though, at least he's getting wrestling talent instead of jobs.
Yeah, at least we're not seeing enhancement talent. We're seeing someone that's actually on the roster.
Yep.
Exactly.
All right, so I gave Raw a B- this week. Elio, what'd you give it?
Same.
Oh, you gave it a B- too? Clay, what'd you give it?
Yes.
Straight across the board, B-.
All right, there you go. So let's get right into NXT with Clay. Take it away.
All right, we're going right into NXT. High points for me to start off. It was Solo Sikoa and Cameron Grimes versus Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams.
Yeah,
this was a good match to start out. Even though we talked so much shit about Trick, I thought he improved in this match. I didn't hate him as much.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, right? The whole like spotlight thing, yeah, he still got it. That's 100% for sure. But in ring, he didn't do too bad in this match. And everybody else did their thing. Solo's got the whole crowd behind him. So it was a damn good match. What was a better match, though, I gave to Creed Brothers versus Viking Raiders. Now, this one was a lot better than their last one.
It was.
4 big guys in the ring, all doing high spots, which is awesome to me. And, like Roderick Strong somewhat getting involved, but didn't. I appreciated Viking Raiders getting the win. And they're building a story with the Creed Brothers and Roderick, which, okay, that's cool. But this match was fun. So I really enjoyed it. Low points, I think everybody knows, Lash Legend versus Tatum Paxley.
Yeah.
And, Lash is improving. I will give her that. I'm not interested in her matches or really Tatum's. If you want me to be honest, I don't know much about Tatum. So the match wasn't really there for me. And also I gave a low point to Grayson Waller versus Andre Chase.
Oh. And did you shoot that during the match he was spelling out Chase and the crowd chanted Chase you?
Yeah, I'm
like, no, don't do that.
No, I can't stand Andre Chase on my TV. I just can't do it no more. It's not there. Like it was not a good match to me. I didn't like it. What do you guys think?
You know what? I had the same exact that you had, so I got nothing to add to it.
Yeah, I got nothing. I've got the same.
You got the same too. Look at that. Damn.
The only thing I added was Braun Breaker segment as my low points.
Oh, really?
God.
I didn't have that one.
Yeah,
man.
it's like the whole Joe Gacy showing up. This is where you took your leap of faith.
Yeah, they got to put an end to that.
Yes, they do. Gacy is not in Braun's level. He should be nowhere near a world champion. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. Joe is not.
So I already know who's gonna win. Who's gonna win the breakout tournament?
Who?
Nikita. The finals is gonna be Lash Rush and Nikita Lyons.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons is gonna
Better
win.
win. Nikita Lyons.
Damn
better
right,
win.
she better.
Yo, they love her in the main roster. A lot of the boss.
I love her too.
Mm-hmm.
I like me some Nikita Lyons now.
I think a lot of people like some Nikita Lyons. You know what I'm saying?
Overall, though, I gave the same as Raw, a B minus.
Wow.
Tony, what'd you give it?
I gave it a C plus.
All right, Elio.
Yeah, I gave it a C plus as well.
All right. I liked that a little more better. So that's okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're going into Dynamite with Elio.
All right, so for Dynamite, high point I gave it to Ray Phoenix and Kyle O'Reilly, and I'm gonna mess up the name here. Konosuke Takeshita or whatever against that.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
I've seen a lot of NJPW and I still screw up their names.
Good enough. Close enough.
For low points, the Wardlow segment with 10 lashes.
You didn't like that?
You didn't like it?
I don't know. It was the same as a Cody one for me.
Yeah, but this was a little different at least. Because he didn't flinch until like the very end. But he didn't flinch or anything. So that's what made it more like, look at that, motherfucker.
But even, okay, I may have that as a low point, but this one, Jericho and Regal face off.
Oh, God. You're right on that.
By the way, 5-second shuffle, I'm going to use a fireball because I'm a wizard.
God. Stupid. It's stupid.
Just stop. He's going to throw a fireball in Regal's face because he's a wizard. Stop.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah, for me, low points, I'll start off with Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee versus JD Drake, a.k.a. Kevin Owens' dad, and Anthony Henry. When I see JD Drake now, I think of Kevin Owens' dad. Just to throw that out there. But, yeah, to me, if you're trying to build this team up with Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, and you go against these guys, the workhorsemen, what the fuck? And you got an 0-4 record, now 0-5. Like, you're really a workhorseman, aren't you?
Where did this team come from? Workhorsemen.
Dark? I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's who I've seen them. It's the only place team is Dark.
Yeah, no, that was a low point for me. And same as you, Elio, Jericho Society segment with Combat Club and Kingston, blah, blah, blah. Guys, Jericho with this new team, his promos are even getting worse.
Yeah.
Honestly. To take shots at Regal, having a problem with alcohol, then you throw into Moxley, then you throw into, everybody else.
And that one line from him, where he said he thought Regal was dead.
Yeah, it's just there's some
damn,
things,
that's bad.
There is. It's like, dude, I get there's heat, and I get you're trying to get it, but then there's some things where you should just not put into a promo, in my opinion.
Did he borrow Undertaker's gloves?
Did what?
Did you see his purple gloves he was wearing?
Oh, yeah. God. And then the whole calling yourself a wizard thing. Plus, the other guys in your team don't say a fucking thing. They're all just standing in the background like a couple dumb fucks. Like, this whole Jericho Society is shit.
It is. I hate it.
And, high points I gave to Adam Page versus the only thing I got from it was Takashi, whatever.
Konosuke Takeshita. You guys screwed it up.
What Elio said. All right, it was still a damn good match though for these two. It was. So I enjoyed it. And if I had to go another side note, Serena Deeb's promo, I dug.
I was gonna say it wasn't that bad. That wasn't that bad because she was speaking
really
truth there.
She was, and with Dustin being there, it made it even better.
Yeah.
So I liked it. And that's all I had.
You know what? I had the same thing as you guys, but except for I had the Wardlow segment as my high point. So I got nothing to add, but because you guys said it all, I had the same thing. Well, kind of the same.
Overall, I gave it a B minus. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I gave it a B.
All right, I gave it a B minus as well.
Oh wow. There you go. All right, let's get right into SmackDown. All right, high points I had, it was Shinsuke versus Sammy. For me,
damn good match.
Yep.
Speaking of Sammy, I want to just throw this out there, okay? Because this has been the whole Sasha and fucking Naomi fucking show today. I'm going to just throw this fucking out there. Look at Sami Zayn. This motherfucker re-signed, okay? Didn't want to go nowhere else. Wanted to stay right there. Kevin Owens re-signed, okay? Doing an angle at WrestleMania with Stone Cold Steve Austin. He didn't say anything. Yep. He just said he loved it. That was like a childhood dream come true for him. That's why he started doing it.
And look at him, he's working with Ezekiel.
And now he's working with Ezekiel.
Yep.
Making that work. He's making that work. Because I like this kind of a comedy-ish type thing with Kevin Owens. I do. I like it. But not only that, when was the last time Kevin Owens was in the title picture? I think it was during the Thunderdome, right? I believe.
Yeah. Honestly. Yep.
But then let's go further back. When was his last title?
Heavyweight title. World champion?
Yeah.
2016.
2016.
Wow. And
he's
still resigned.
That's when Jericho was in WWE.
Yeah.
During that time. So that was before AEW ever was a thing.
Yeah. But even still, I'm just saying, he's 2016. He's still signed with the company. Let's go to Sami Zayn. Never won a heavyweight championship. Still signed with WWE. Did a lot of stupid shit as far as wrestling goes. But he was doing what he was told. He got involved with Johnny Knoxville at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Got pinned
and
by
lost.
a fucking mousetrap. Lost. And he said that was the best part of my career right there. And he still resigned.
That says a lot.
It does say a lot. And he still resigned with WWE. I'm sorry. He was doing what he was told. And he made it work. Regardless. He made it work. That's the key point in wrestling. You're told to do something. Make it fucking work. If you're fighting a fucking pencil, you make it work. You make it so that way people can say, damn, that was a good show. Him and that versus that pencil. Does it make sense? No, it does not. But if you can make it work, fuck, just do it. Just do your job, man. And the funny thing is, Sammy's on TV every week. KO is on TV every week. Why? They don't have title shots. They haven't had a title. Sammy was IC champ. What? How long ago? Wasn't too long ago.
Probably.
No, wasn't it
right before WrestleMania?
A couple of months ago. Yeah, before WrestleMania. Yeah.
Before WrestleMania, he lost. So but even before that, he was just doing crazy shit. So, like I said, I'm just bringing that out because Sasha's ego. God, we talk about Cody's. At least Cody does it in front of you. On TV,
Look at Insane. The Insane segments.
Yeah. He still made it work. You guys that are listening to the show, if you're involved in wrestling, if you're in the independents, Just try to make whatever they want you to do, make it work. Or if they don't give a shit and say, hey, you're going to wrestle this guy and this guy, or whatever, just try to make that match work. It doesn't matter if you're wrestling in front of 5 people, 100 people. It doesn't matter. You go out and you go all out. You got to do it, man. Because that's what's going to, put food on your fucking table. Put that roof over your head. Do what you got to fucking do. Don't have this fucking ego. You have this ego. I'm sorry, man. It's not going to help you any. Because I'm telling you, you're just going to be, all right, let me go back a second. My high point was Shinsuke versus Sammy. And of course, the Usos versus RK Bro. The Usos winning both titles. I wasn't expecting it. I thought the plan was that they were never going to do that. They were going to keep it separate. But my thing going into this was that I thought Roman was going to interfere and get caught and cost them the title, the shot, or something for Gazy was just going to happen. I didn't think it was going to end it like that. But what I liked most about that match was that even afterwards, when they showed the kids and one was crying, one was hugging his dad, like, oh, I can't believe that. It's like, come on, bro. You're really going to tell me that your kid loved a group called RK Bro based on a 420, if you know what I'm talking about. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
That's so true, though.
It is.
I'm gonna smoke your ass. Okay.
Exactly. Come on, man. Don't tell me that the motherfuckers RK Bro is kid friendly. Get the fuck out of here. Low point I have was, of course, Happy Talk and oh my god, Xavier Woods versus Butch. This is going on.
Oh my god,
way too fucking long. Stop.
Exactly.
I beg
both
you.
rivalries.
Please stop. It's done. Before I get to you guys, I do got a side note. Max Dupree. LA Knight, no longer LA Knight. What was wrong with LA Knight?
Yeah, you know what? What was wrong with LA Knight? Because LA Knight is not his real name. So why do you have to change it? Why do you have to change it?
Oh,
and you change it to Max Dupree.
No, it's Max Dupree.
Dupree. Whatever the fuck it says.
Oh,
but you know what?
Get the.
But you
You're
know
not
what?
even close.
Honestly, you know what? I think he's gonna make it work. We'll see.
He will.
I think he's gonna make it work.
I'm so tired of the goddamn name changes.
So am I.
Yeah.
Stop.
So am I.
Stop it.
All right. That's all I got. What do you guys got?
Yeah, for me, I had the same as you. Happy Corbin promo as a low point. Freaking, like, this rivalry, as long, also with New Day and Sheamus's group, should be done too. Especially when you make a quote in your promo of, I huff and puff and put Madcap in an ambulance. Get the fuck out of here. That is garbage, dude. I'm like, that is garbage. So, yeah, that was my lowest point. Same as you also with Woods versus Butch. Yeah. Tired of this rivalry. I feel like this rivalry should have been done when Big E broke his neck. If you want me to be completely honest. It should have been just cut and done. Because what pisses me off somewhat is when the commentators say, oh, Big E is still hurt because of what Ridge Holland did. Yeah. Stop it. That was an accident. Shit happens. Quit saying that Ridge did it.
Yeah.
That's
and then fans that are tuning in go along with it like, oh yeah, Ridge Holland's dangerous.
Yeah.
No. Like, shit happens in the ring. It bothers me. Right. So don't add on to it, WWE. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Pat, though, because Pat's saying that in his ear, so I'm not blaming Pat one bit.
I do you.
I know. I'm just fucking around. High points, same thing. Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Damn good match. Really enjoy when those two go at it. And same again, RK Bro versus Usos. Damn good match. I wasn't, like you said, I wasn't expecting the title change because reports were out that they weren't going to do that, but yet probably they just changed their mind. So Bloodline got all the titles. I'm good with that. And especially how you said that the cameras rolled out to the kids in the background and all that. I thought this is great. Like, even they showed a guy upset about this, like an adult. Man, I'm like, oh, man, come on. Not making fun of you, but thank you.
I am.
But it was good. So, a good ending to SmackDown.
All right, Elio, what do you got?
That's all I had.
I've got the same as you guys. I had on a low point. Raquel and Shotzi. I feel like Shotzi's lost. I know I like the match, but like Shotzi's like in the lost and
just to lose. That's because she lost.
Yeah. I mean,
that's a shame.
They have to do something with her because she's good. I'm a fan of Shotzi.
I'm a big fan of Shotzi.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you on that one. That's all you got?
Yep.
All right. So overall, I gave SmackDown a C+ this week.
I gave it a C+ as well. No, you're good.
I gave it a C.
Oh, you gave it a C?
I gave it a C.
Right, cool.
Yeah,
all right. So it's time for the Battle for the A show, which is just a little thing that we got going. Elio, you got the scores. Who's winning right now?
I do. I have Raw up with 3, and Dynamite and SmackDown both have 1.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool. All right, so let's go with Clay. Who are you picking this week for Battle of the A show?
A lot of mine are close overalls, but the show I enjoyed the most, I'm going to have to give it to Raw.
Oh, really? Okay. Elio, what are you going for this week?
I have to go with Clay. I'm going to give it to Raw as well.
Okay. Well, there you go. Don't matter what I pick. I was going to pick AEW, to be honest, but doesn't matter what I say. Raw wins it this week, so put the notch on Raw this week, Elio, and let's go right into the book, shall we? All right. Those that need to know, basically what we do is we put the most ridiculous things that happen in the week of wrestling, and we do it just to get a good laugh, and sometimes things just really piss us off. It's not just me sometimes. It's everybody. We all get mad. So we do it just to reminisce and remind ourselves, oh, yeah. They did do that. Oh, yeah. Fuck them. So, all right, let's get it. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Baldy Sam's, go back yourself.
Nice.
Oh, no, we said till the next NXT pay-per-view, right? We did say that.
Yep. Fuck him. Stays.
Kevin Dunn's camera shots. You know what? That might have to be another life or two. I think
it's getting close.
Yeah. I think the only way is if he leaves WWE, then he can get out the book.
There you go.
Cody and Brandy's damn ego.
Oh,
stays. Got the countdown.
Yeah. New NXT logo. We might have to put that as a lifer, yeah? You think that'll change it?
Well, I would hope so.
Yeah.
You would think so.
We could always wait
until they change it. Yeah. Okay. I think it's fair.
All right. Tony Khan's damn ego.
Stays.
No trick shot. It stays. Deep's grandma bun. I think
stays. Still rocks it.
Yeah. Mark Quinn's doo-doo.
Stays.
Yeah.
Sammy and Ty's tongue twisted.
That stays.
They're terrible. I'm sorry.
Very.
They're just terrible. And finally, fuck's wrong with Tony Khan's eyes?
Stays.
That stays. All right, that's it for the show. But stay tuned after the show because we have the 5-second shuffle championship, which the current champion right now is Elio Canella. He is up as far as title reigns goes, right, Elio? You're up 4-3, right? I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so those that are new to that, basically all I do is I just hit my shuffle button And these guys got to guess who it is. I only play it for 5 seconds, and the first one to 5 wins. So they can either, Elio can either retain or Clay can become champion and be tied up with Elio with 4 reigns apiece for the year. And that's just how we ride off into the sunset until next week, where we will give you guys more content than ever before. I know I say that every week, but it's fucking true. So fuck you. With that being said, I am your host, Tony Diaz, along with the $50 man,
Clay Cummings,
and the gentleman,
Elio Canala.
All right, love, peace, and wrestling. We'll see y'all motherfuckers next week, Sasha.
Peace out.
All right. Okay,
Not
so
walk
Elio.
out, it's peace out.
All right, Elio, you have champion's advantage, so you can either go first or pass it off to Clay.
Okay, I got my fireball ready because I'm a wizard. I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first.
Oh,
right.
good God, that was awesome.
That was. All right, here's your first one.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.
Dolph Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler, yes. What a softball, man. Holy shit. All right, goes to Clay.
No shit.
Down 1-0. Here you go.
Is that Tajiri?
Yes, it's Tajiri. Wow.
right.
Tied up at 1. Goes right back to Elio. Here you go.
Is that Fandango?
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
Is that Tyler Breeze?
No, it is not. You know what? Has to be probably one of the worst entrance music for a guy that was an MMA fighter. Tank Abbott.
Oh, geez.
Wow, really?
Yes, that was his. Fucking embarrassing. I would have fucking had to fight somebody in the back for giving me that fucking entrance music. The fuck out. Still tied up at 1. Goes right to Clay. Here you go.
Is that Elias?
No, it is not. Elio for the steal.
Ricochet.
No, it is not. It's Austin Aries.
Mm.
Remember that fucker?
Man, where was he
I
now?
do.
Yeah. Still tied
He's
up
in
at 1.
bronze
Goes
promotion.
right back. Huh?
He's in bronze promotion.
Yeah.
Oh,
He is.
geez.
He is.
CIY.
All right. Still tied up at 1. Goes right back to Elio. Here you go.
CM Punk.
No, it is not. Clay for the steal.
I've heard this before. I just don't know where. Dominic Dijakovic.
No, it is not. It's the Ascension.
Not. God dang it! As soon as you said it.
I'm shocked you guys didn't get that. That was a badass entrance song.
It was. It's just been a while since we heard them too.
That's
I mean,
true.
they're released. I understand that, but yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I know I've heard that.
Right.
Son of a butt.
Still tied at 1. Goes right back to Clay. Here you go.
What the fuck? Jillian Hall?
No, it's not. Elio for the steal.
Aiden English.
Aiden English, yes.
Is it really?
Bel Canto. Beautiful song.
Normally he sung good. Like, what the fuck is that?
He did. Hey, you know what? Well, no, I don't know if he's the one that came up with Rusev Day, but I think he enhanced Rusev Day.
Yeah. And he's Eddie's son-in-law, so I like Aiden.
Yes. Yes, that's right. He is married to Eddie's daughter. All right, it goes, Elio steals 1. It's 2-1.
Yeah.
Goes right back to Elio. Elio could be up 3-1 with this one. Here you go.
Rusev Fudria. Rusev Machka.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Oh, shit.
You are a goddamn wizard. What the fuck? Jiminy Christmas.
Rusev.
Holy shit. Yes, it's Rusev. Oh, my
What
God.
the fuck?
What are the fucking odds? Holy
Wow.
shit. Elio is up 3-1. Goes to Clay. Clay can get a little bit closer with this one. Here you go.
Cody Rhodes.
Yes, Cody Rhodes. Elio still up 3-2. Jesus Christ. Goes to Elio. Elio could be up 4-2 with this one. Here you go.
Are you ready? They think you can tell us what's
Degeneration X.
Degeneration X, yes. I was going to say you got to be careful because sometimes they label it differently. But no, you got it. Elio's up 4-2, goes right back to Clay. Here you go.
Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander, yes. You're getting closer. It's 4-3. But Elio could win it with this one. Here you go.
Sting.
Yes, Sting. I think that little bit at the end, that's where you got it. But yes, it's Sting. Elio wins it 5-3, retains his title until next week where he's going to have to defend that shit again. So
damn it, you know what? I'm going to walk out. I'm not doing this game no more. I'm done.
Bye, Sasha.
Oh!
That's where I was going, brother.
You know what? I think it's because you didn't have your hat on backwards today. That's why.
That's right. That's right. I think I fucked up there.
You fucked up. Elio has his hat on backwards.
That's true. He came to play.
He came to play. He was the Miz today. Get it? We don't own the rights.
Of the big black bat.